Good morning, Geneva College. We are here, and that's no accident. Let me repeat that. We are here, and that's no accident. So what that means is that you are all here because the Lord wants you here. And I am here because the Lord wants me here. With that being said, what I want to talk with you about today is how, through God's faithfulness, I am here at Geneva College. I want to take you back around this time in 2015. My wife, Jamie, got tickets to see the Christian band Wren Collective, and this concert was going to be at Geneva College. No accident. My first thought about this concert was, where in the world is Geneva College? Now, this is a bit odd, since I only live approximately 16 miles from the campus, and I really never heard of Geneva College. The concert was impressive. However, what was even more impressive to me was seeing students openly praising the Lord. Upon exiting the concert, I vividly remember telling my wife and two small boys, as I stood right out there between Northwood and S&E, that I would be working here. Now, the institution I was working for at the time was increasingly pushing its Christian values to the side, making decisions that were not God-honoring, and was becoming uncomfortable to stay there and embrace these changes. Now, we move ahead approximately 7 months. Now, as I mentioned, things were getting uncomfortable in my work situation. So one night I decided to look at Geneva's employment website, and lo and behold, the same position I held at the time was now open at Geneva. No accident. After praying about it and commending the situation to the Lord, I threw my hat in the ring. The Lord provided the opportunity. On August 10th, 2016, I became an employee at Geneva College. No accident. I first served as a help desk analyst and eventually became the help desk manager. Now, during my 3 years in IT, I was also serving as a pastor of 2 small rural churches in Ohio. Working in IT and pastoring 2 churches was highly demanding of my time. At home, there were 2 boys who were needing more time with Dad. In gratitude, I stood amazed at God's provision all these years. However, I knew something needed to go. According to Gene Veith in his book, God at Work, Your Christian Vocation in All of Life, a vocation is a matter of a person being called to a particular office. It's the parent's job, or rather vocation, to train up a child in the way he should go, Proverbs 22:6. And to teach him or her the word of God, Deuteronomy 4:9. I knew I needed to dedicate more time to my vocation as a husband and father. So let's move forward in time to July 2019. I had, after much prayer, decided to step away from pulpit ministry. There was a slight challenge with this decision, though. If I'm no longer working as a pastor, as I had been serving bivocationally nearly all my marriage, that would create a financial strain on my family. We trusted the Lord, and we knew that He would sustain us. According to Kevin DeYoung in his book, Just Do Something, A Liberating Approach to Finding God's Will, the way of wisdom means 3 things: searching the Scriptures, seeking wise counsel, and praying to God. I'm going to repeat those. The way of wisdom means 3 things: searching the Scriptures, seeking wise counsel, and praying to God. Well, we prayed to the Lord that he would fill the income gap. While we were waiting on the Lord and praying for wisdom and decision making, I learned that the library director at Geneva College would be leaving to take a position in another state, and the position would be posted soon. No accident. Because my master's degree was in library and information science, and I spent most of my professional career as a librarian, I knew this was the Lord's doing. So I decided to apply. In September 2019, I was appointed the library director of McCartney Library. No accident. Oh, and that income gap that I mentioned, erased. When I look back at the years of 2016 to 2019, I see God's hand all through them. His faithfulness to me and my family never wavered. And I hope someday you'll be able to look back at how the Lord brought you here. And like me, you will stand in awe of his work in your lives. And know this, the chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy him forever. Walking in God's will first means seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Matthew 6:33. And when you begin to connect the dots and see God's mighty hand in your life, by no accident, make sure to give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, and make known his deeds among the peoples. Psalm 105:1. I want to leave you with this, Deuteronomy 7:9. Know therefore that the Lord your God is God, the faithful God who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.